All right, so let's talk about self-improvement, something that everyone seems to be doing right now, which I'm happy about. That's how I started to recently. I just have some thoughts about it, some thoughts about my life, and something that I would like to just say to myself, even, uh, and just post it. So, thoughts I've been having lately, because recently I started just working on myself. Uh, I don't think I was motivated by social media or videos online. All of this came later, kind of after I started doing something. I know I kind of just had a change. I did a little push in order to initiate the change in my life, and the push was coming to Canada because I'm an international student right now. So, and I think changing the environment just really made me think, like, man, you need to fucking get it together, get yourself together, get your shit together, and just don't waste your life away, right? So I believe I started like really working on myself a couple months ago, not that long ago. I still have many areas that I would like to improve in, but many areas I'm happy with. But yeah, to the point, something that I discovered is that there's this pattern actually, this wave, this chart that I discovered. Some of you may know the name. My dad also enlightened me that it isn't something that I just have came up with, but it's something that has been created by someone. And the pattern is, let's imagine it's a diagram. Here's the y-axis, here's the x-axis, right? And this is time 0, time 10, that direction. I don't know, I think camera is going to be flipped, so that's why I'm doing that. So time goes like that, and this is motivation, right? Y-axis motivation, x-axis is time. So when you're learning a skill or basically trying to do anything, discover yourself, improve, do anything, initially the graph looks like this. It goes up because you have the initial motivation. It's a real exponential growth and slope. You have the initial motivation and passion and maybe curiosity about whatever you want to do, right? And then you reach a certain point, maybe a month in, 2 months in, 3 months in, half a year in, where it all just kind of becomes repetitive, right? And at this point, maybe I'll do it like that. It goes back. The motivation drops and drops below the level that it started with, like kind of like a dip. Some of you study biology. It's kind of like hyperpolarization of the neuron, right? It drops back below the level that it started. You become demotivated and you want to come back to your old habits, your old resolutions, your old convictions. And this is the place where most people give up with anything, right? Like this applies well to self-improvement and learning a skill, but I think it applies to life overall. I don't think if I'm even painting this well, but graph goes like this initially, then kind of stalls, draws back down, and goes below the level that it started with. It started like somewhere here, and then it just drops below. And this is where most people quit. They get demotivated. Because they see no results. They they get tired. They they're just too weak emotionally. Their minds are too weak, right? the people who win and the people who persist and the people who believe will survive this dip, because just after this dip, there's a ginormous slope that keeps steadily growing up and outgrows the initial tip of the motivation that was here and just keeps growing. And once you cross that, at least that's what I believe, what I want to believe, and what I hear from other people. Once you cross that slope, that dip, I think that's the moment where you just accept the new reality and discover peace and like just accept the new lifestyle that you have, kind of, and start seeing the results. Because if everything showed results immediately after starting, sorry if this kind of looks like I'm in heaven right now, but if everything's like showed results immediately after starting, everyone would be great at everything because everything would be extremely rewarding, right? But that's not the truth. You have to put the work in and work and work and work and work and work and persist in order to see something. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's better. Um, that's why so many people quit. That's why so many people quitting, right? If somebody wants to quit their habit, most people relapse and quit quitting. When somebody wants to start going to the gym, reading books, implementing a new habit in their life, a healthy one, they quit prematurely. That's what I noticed. That's what I believe how it is. And I think that's pretty logical and self-explanatory. But I just like to come to that realization. Also share it with someone, right? Also, one other thought that I had yesterday and lately about self-improvement is it kind of relates directly to that graph. I hope if somebody's watching this, this was kind of self-explanatory and not difficult to like imagine. Goes like that, pulls below, and then after the dip, continues going up. I hope it's gonna be, I don't know, flipped or not. I don't know how this camera records. I'm doing this for the first time, so. But yeah, one thing that relates directly to that graph is a thought that I had yesterday about doors opening and closing, right, in your life. So when you're in the dip and when you really just want to give up, seeing no results, having no motivation, having no anything, just need to think to yourself that you don't know what's on the other side of the door until you open them, right? There's no other way to discover it, no other way to see what's on the other side of the door until you open it. So when you're in that dip, you just need to persist and Jesus Christ, I just keep going on. You may open the door, maybe nothing there, maybe a blank space, but what you will have is the experience and the mindset that is required to open more doors. And if you don't open any doors, you're just kind of stuck in front of them. One kind of thought that I had yesterday that I thought was kind of cool and kind of accurate to what's going on. When you're in a room, there is a door in front of you, right? Intuition would say, tell you maybe, that what other thing do you have to do to open it? And lately, years ago, it was like that. People had no option. People had to People had no really places to escape. Right now we have all the distractions that are surrounding us. When we're kind of in the room, that room seems comfortable. There's so many other things that we can do, right? We can go on social media, we can eat shit food, we can, there are even other doors that present easy options. And then that one door seems not really interesting, seems unfavorable. Why would you open it? Pain, suffering on the other side, or even the unknown. Why would you open it? That's the beauty of it. Don't know what's on the other side until you open it. And I may be sounding like one other guy that I saw here on YouTube some time ago. He made the analogy to a room with doors as well. But, and he said they need to eliminate all the distractions in order to open that door. Because if you're in a room and there's 5 doors around you, 5 doors around you, like, or maybe even 4, or 4 walls in a room, and you close or eliminate, just destroy 3 of them, there's only one you can go through, right? That's a pretty good thought too. And it all just comes to going all in, persisting, believing in yourself, believing in the process, not the destination. Like some Sulek said, a guy who likes walking is going to work further than a guy who likes a destination. So sorry if I'm kind of looking myself, not in the camera. Kind of not used to looking at a camera for 10 minutes straight, and I think I can think more clearly when I'm looking into like the reflection of myself. I'm trying to see something in my own image. I'm not a narcissist. Uh, yeah. So these have been my thoughts last couple of days, especially yesterday, and I thought I would share them. I'll just write them down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. To any of you that's in that dip, right? I'm in that dip right now. That's why I'm recording this video, because I am in that dip. All of these videos that said that I saw online, fuck motivation, motivation's not gonna be there always, are true. Motivation's not gonna always be there. You need to figure out a way to either A, know how to self-motivate yourself 100% of the time, or just be so passionate about your goal and so curious about what's on the other side of that door that nothing will stop you. Even the lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of hope. Yeah, all of this applies to most things. So I'm that dip, and yeah, I'm gonna try to stick to it. See if that slope up is gonna come anytime soon. Hope it will. If it won't, then still got the experience, still got the mindset. Half a year ago, I wouldn't even say half the stuff that I'm saying right now. I had a completely different mindset, so I think it's showing change. Talking about self-improvement right now, but everything that I'm doing from my days, uh, that I try to do in order to improve, kind of each one of those things and tasks has their own kind of slope, and I'll call it a chart. It has a name. A guy created it. I'm sorry, I don't know who. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, just keep going. Just don't give up. Go all in and just trust yourself. Trust yourself and trust the process. Right?